So he's gonna record. But yeah, guys, for those of you that don't know me, 22 years old. I've been in the business for a year and a half from a small town in Illinois. Guys, I was in this business when it was just 20 people on Wall Street Ray's team. I was one of those original people. I've seen Gustavo and Ray go all the way from P600, P1K, all the way up to chairman. I've seen these guys do it. I've seen C-John build teams in cities all around. I've seen that Orlando team build from the ground up. I've seen – shout out to all y'all in Houston right now. Shout out to Houston. Much love to everyone in Houston. Shout out to Albuquerque. You guys are lit. Love y'all. Literally family to me. Guys, the importance of this call is not for us to just talk and stroke our egos, guys. I want you to understand that we're doing these calls for you guys. We have a valuable information, things that we've learned and things that we've applied. And my brother C-John, all the way from NYC, he has something very special prepared for you guys. So like I said, any last links, this is the time to send those out. C-John, my brother C-John, really about to throw down. So guys, everyone drop a 777 because 7 is the perfect number. 7 is a number of abundance, love, intuition. He's about to show you guys so much love and good energy that the results will come taking actions, guys. I want you to understand the importance of taking notes. C-John is about to give you guys the information that's going to help explode your business. Do not take this man lightly. He has the information that you need. He does not make any of this up. This is stuff that he's learned from his mentors, and he's now able to implement that and teach it down to you guys. So drop those 7s in the chat for C-John. And my brother C-John, I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to you, unmute you, and thank you so much.
Okay. I think I'm good now. Can you guys hear me? Just type a yes. Somebody just write yes in there so we get started. I don't know what it's cool. Bad. So first and foremost, my brother Jordan Eagle is crazy because we actually started the business the same month, right? But we can't compare success, right? Man, I've been cheering him on just as much as he's been cheering me on. We've had talks. We had the hour-long talks. We had the 2-hour-long talks. We went to city. We've helped each other's teams. And we're all just one team. So I really love him. Everybody does love him. His energy, the way he vibrates. You can't not love him. So I appreciate you, brother. I love you so much. I'm actually gonna go ahead and share my screen, and we're gonna get straight to it. I'm just gonna give you guys pretty much a 15 to 20 minute crash, like a bulletproof crash course on your environment and events, so you guys can see the expectations of what's really going on. So let me go ahead and share my screen with you guys real quick. And if I'm pretty sure if someone can just tell me, let me see if somebody can mute those. I think you guys can see my screen. I don't even think nobody can say. Can somebody say yes or anything? I can't see the chat. All right, let me unmute somebody real quick. Give me 1 second, family. Let me just unmute somebody. Wait. Oh yeah, did see it? Okay, bet. I'm gonna go ahead and start it. Apologize. All right. Yeah, could hear me and everything, but I didn't that. But all right, cool. So environment and events, we're gonna get straight into it. We're not gonna waste any time. Really just want to go over the importance of this because this is gonna not only help you grow, but it's gonna help you get success. It's gonna help you be a better person, etc. Right? Right, so your environment, right? Energy is everything, right? Energy in your environment is everything. The reason why, because you have to be protective with your energy. You have to be protective with your environment, right? Which means, like, you see people like Jordan Eagle. He's being in touch with nature, right? He's lifting his vibration. He's literally lifting his frequency every time he's around certain individuals, right? And you want to make sure you're not surrounding yourself with people who don't support you, right? Who don't support your dreams, you know, who make jokes about certain things, like those jokes and stuff, that's not cool, right? You are in control of your environment. You are in control of who can come into your environment and who you got to exit out. Sometimes you have to show somebody the door, or sometimes you just have to not pick up that text. Sometimes you got to not pick up that phone. Sometimes you got to block that person on IG so they can't even see your success, right? Sometimes you just got to do that, right? Change their environment, and then you change the outcome. But you got to change their environment first. I'm going to give you an example. I went to prep school in Georgia. Not many people know that. After high school, I went to prep school in Georgia. It was a change of environment for me. Guess how I started talking when I came back? Started talking like people from Georgia, because it was my environment that I was in. Never ever have I been saying, yo, I'm finna do this. I never said finna do this. I never said that before. But it was because of the environment I was in, I picked that up. I'm a city boy. I would say I'm going to do this. But because I was in the South, because I was in Georgia, because I was in the boondocks, when I was at prep school, I was saying, I'm finna do this, I'm finna do that. I picked that up from being in that environment. It was just the little things. My language, how I started to speak, right? So that's how easy it is to pick up something. So I really want y'all to know that y'all really have to control your environment, because it's just as simple as that. You can start saying certain things that you never even said. So definitely want to do that, right? Environment tips, index cards, affirmations. I have all over I have my whiteboard here. I have my Post-its. I have all of that stuff. Environment tips. You got to start changing when you walk into your room. If it was like that when you weren't really getting success, or you weren't really happy, or if you were feeling some type of way, or you felt emotional, or you were with toxic relationships or toxic friends, you got to start to change that environment. Index cards, affirmations. Who are you speaking to? If the last 10 text messages is not, at least 2 to 3 people that's in Wealth Club discussions, or they're not like somebody who's building a business with you, if it's not at least 3 or 4 people within the last 10 people, or 10 people who text or called, then you got to start to change that up. You got to start to delete those numbers. So who are you speaking to, right? Vision and sound. This one is key. You got to be careful about what you're watching. Don't get me wrong. I love Lil Baby, the Baby. But there's certain things that they say that, like, I don't want to get into my subconscious mind. And you hear Jordan Eagle talk about it all the time. He's like a master of the subconscious mind. Why is it that he's a master of that? Because he watches different things. He watches Bob Proctor. He watches a bunch of different personal development, right? And even myself. So I'm very protective with that. So sometimes I can't listen to music as much as I want to. You know what I mean? Or I have to personal development, and then maybe listen to another song and then go back to it again. Personal development is not really fun. It's that I know I need it. Right? And now it starts to get fun, but there's times where I really don't want to do it, right? Vision, what videos are you watching? Like, what videos are you watching? You guys are watching these videos and, because it looks good on YouTube, that's okay, but I'm just letting you know, like, you got to be careful about what you're looking at. You got to start looking at success, right? You got to start hearing success, audios, videos. You see people sending value in the chats all the time, and some of you guys skip over it. No. You got to start to listen to that while you're in the car, while you're, on your destination, you're riding a bike, however you get to work, however you do your daily steps, or whatever you're doing, you definitely want to go ahead and switch what you're listening to and what you're actually looking at, right? Don't look at, there's a lot of thirst trapping on Instagram. Be careful about that, change who you're following. You know what I mean? Change who you're following, right? Who are you hanging out with? Like, I'm gonna be completely honest. If you want to have success in this, you're gonna have to start being seasonal with those people who don't really support what you do. seasonal. That doesn't mean cut them off. That means that 1 or 2 times, maybe 3 times a month, you can speak to them. But other than that, you need to be speaking to your success partners, right? You got to be speaking to your business partners. You got to be reaching out to people people who are on these Zoom calls. Reach out to, Ruby, reach out to Jordan Equal, reach out to Gustavo. Start reaching out to these folks so you can actually go ahead and start absorbing whatever they did so they can cut your time in half, right? So people who you're hanging out with, right? Some more environment, right? Words you are speaking. Like, what are you saying? Are you saying the words like try, right? First of all, the word try means truly restricting yourself. Write that down. The word try means truly restricting yourself. So you're never going to try something. It's either you're going to do it or you're not going to do it, right? Replace the word try with strive. I'm striving to do this. I'm looking to do this. I'm getting this done, right? You don't want to say words like can't. What are you speaking into your environment? What are you speaking into it, right? Life and death is the power of is literally like they always say the power of the tongue. So you can speak life and you can speak death. You can be singing a rap song talking about I killed these such and such, and you don't even know you could be emotionally abusing somebody. You don't even know. You could be saying, "Oh, I'm dead today," and because you said that, something happens to you because it's your environment. Stop speaking these words. You want to say things like, I feel good. You know what I mean? I feel abundant. Then abundance is on its way. Then abundance is happening now. You want to start to say, play with your words to really like resonate with you and what you really want. Expect things to happen, right? Stop being surprised when things happen. Expect things to happen. Expect the good. Expect when something does happen that other people consider bad, we're gonna consider it as it's a lesson and we just learn from it. That's it. So you got to change the way you look at things, right? If you don't feel good, think about what you're grateful for. That's the only thing that makes me feel good. I'm just giving you something that works for me. And every time I heard somebody say, "Yo, man," it was a couple. Shout out to Guap Wealthy and Self-Pay Rose. They gave me a compliment, about 2 weeks ago. And it was like, man, whenever something bad has happened, I always think about what would C. John do? And I was like, wow, like, I'm grateful that you said that. I must be spreading some positive light. So I'm thankful for that. So for me, I'm always thinking, what would David Emonite do? What would Matt Rosa do? What would Jason Brown do if they got into a situation, right? So those are the things that I will say, right? Celebrate others how you're going to be celebrated. Look, Kyle Robinson and Jordan Equal, BG, Brett, it was a couple of us. We were at A&MP last spring, and when I tell you we were screaming to the top of our lungs for people who weren't even in our company, who weren't even part of the platform, we was just screaming for success because we was like, man, like, we want that success too. So when they say put 777s in the chat and you don't do it, you're not celebrating success because you're gonna be that person that's running the Zoom call next. You're talking about a blueprint that you follow that we can all follow, right? So you want to celebrate others how you want to be celebrated. That's something you need to do, right? Cut out music, cut out certain movies, cut out going out, cut out spending money. For the next 60 to 90 days, practice these things. Practice, stop spending money. Yes, I love those boots, but I'm not going to buy them. Yes, I want Starbucks coffee, but I'm not going to buy me no Starbucks coffee. Unless you're doing a business meeting in there, then, I don't know. You can bring anything to Starbucks and they won't even kick you out. So, practice not spending money. Practice not going out. You know what I mean? Practice, certain movies you can't even watch. You know what I mean? Certain movies, if it got too much killing, you might want to just not watch that for the next 60 to 90 days. You just got to cut those things out, right? So those are the things that you can definitely cut out, right? Events, right? After events, what do? I see this all the time. First of all, every event has changed my life. I've been to 3 events. Every event has changed my life. My first event, me and Jordan Equal went. We were both P150. After that, it took off. We started to understand what was at stake. We understood what was going on. We went to Vegas. Everybody took off. Multiple ranks popped. We were popping a rank in Wealth Club. We were literally popping a rank every single week. We popped the P150 every 2 days. As a whole, everybody that was under Gustavo, Jordan was popping a P150. We was just popping so many ranks after ranks after ranks. And we had so much people getting success, and we were just so happy, right? So what are you doing after the events? Like, I seen people get success, and I seen some people who went to events, and they were in it for like another 30 days, and then they went back to doing the same thing they were doing. Guess what? They went back into the environment that they were previously in. They went back to the environment that they were previously in. When you come from London, you do not go back to the environment that you were previously in. If not, you create that and you recreate that environment. You put chairman around you. You put, I'm so happy and grateful that, I have 10 P2000s that's with me. I'm so happy and grateful that I created residual income for 100 people. You start seeing goals that don't even involve you anymore. You start thinking about others, right? You got to get away from your old environment. You got to change things that you're saying. You got to write it down. You got to celebrate before it happens, because it's already done. It just hasn't showed up in the physical yet, but it already showed up in the spiritual already. Soon as you said it, you already cast it out to the environment. You already cast it out to the universe. You already casted it out with what you spoke through your tongue. And now you're able to start to receive this stuff. I remember it's multiple examples. I remember Jordan saying, we're going to kill this thing. Next thing you know, Kyle Persuade, 16 years old, he didn't know that was the person that was going to help him kill this thing. He just said, we're gonna build this business. Like, we're gonna build it. He didn't know how it was gonna happen, and then that person fell into his lap. I started speaking things. It's only a matter of time. Then I found a person like Ruby, and I found a person like, for the longest, I didn't have a team in New York City, and I was building all over. And then I told Gus, I said, it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. I never complained and said, wow, I wish I had somebody in my city. No, that never came out my mouth. I said it's only a matter of time, because all I wanted to speak was real. All I wanted to speak was things that I wanted to come into existence, right? So notice that it's already done, family. It's already done, right? Events. If you miss this big event, you're gonna quit. I know that for a fact. I've seen people on the team who didn't go to all three events or missed one event, and they were out for the count. You were out for the count. Because you're not understanding the bigger picture. You have to sacrifice whatever it is to get there. We had people in Vegas, not Dallas, but Vegas in the spring. We had Wall Street Ray, that's Chairman 10, sleeping in a laundry room. What? Talk about sacrifice. He slept outside the second day on an air mattress outside. Like, we had people sleeping in recliner chairs. You need to sacrifice and get there. And if you even speak that, I'm not sure if I'm going to get there, you're already out for the count. You just spoke it now. You can't have the audacity to walk into 2020 and not fiending for success. There's people fiending for drugs. You need to be fiending for success, for the simple fact that you have loved ones out there who are working, who are sacrificing, who are ill, who you don't even know if they'll make it to 2021. And you're thinking about you. Every time you feel like quitting, stop thinking about you. Stop thinking about if this is the right thing for everybody, but not everybody's going to do it. Right? You got to be fiending for success. You got to wake up and say, you know what? It's not the materialistic things that make me feel successful. It's about me helping others that make me successful. Because what makes you successful is how resourceful you are. People who are wealthy, they just have resources. That's pretty much it. Ask any wealthy person, they have resources. Get you some resources. right? You should not even have to ask any of your viewers if they're going to the big event. We're supposed to be following success. What? How does somebody even? The only thing you should have to ask a person if you're P600 and under, you need to be having these talks with people. Listen, man, we're at the beginning. We're not done yet. We're just getting started. You're at Platinum 1000. Yo, we're just getting started. You're at Platinum 2000. We're just getting started. Chairman 10, we're just getting started. We haven't even reached 2020 yet, and there's gonna be so many people. It's so many people that I speak to that they're looking for something else. Who's gonna show them? Who's gonna show them? Who's posting 10 times a day to create the environment that they want? You can't just speak these things and have no action behind it. But when you speak them and then you follow by action, you start to just get things out of nowhere. You start to receive things out of nowhere, right? So, that is what I want to kind of just talk about. I hope you guys got some value out of that, because I know what these events did for me. I know what they did for me. I know what I felt it. Like I felt these things, and it's because me seeing Jordan, like I met Jordan on a webinar and I was just like, yo, what's up, bro? And he was just like, yo, bro, what's up? And it's crazy like how like I see his success. I'm constantly always clapping for him. I'm celebrating other success. I seen Wall Street Ray. At one point, it's crazy how it sounds. Me, Ray, and Jordan were all at P1000 at the same time. Like at the same time, right? It must have been something that I wasn't doing, right? But I didn't even look at it like that. I just said, you know what? Everybody's running their own race, and it's only a matter of time. Notice how I said it was only a matter of time to the things in the past, and we started to receive it. I'm going to meet you there, Jordan. I'll meet you at C10, baby. Gus, I'll meet you at C10, baby. I'm going to be there. I'm bringing some people with me, too. So just make some room because we're bringing a lot of people, right? You got to start to really speak these things. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and I'll pass it to somebody who, I'm inspired by him. I'm inspired by him by when I hear him talk. I'm inspired by him by the growth of this person. I'm inspired by just when he speaks on IG Live. I'm inspired by when he speaks, I literally listen. Even if I don't understand it, I take a step back and I say, you know what? It's not just he's a C10. It's not just he's a chairman. It's actually that, like, you know what? I seen the growth. He did something that I can learn from. So please, please, please have your ears open, have your heart open, and take your employee hat off, and I need you to put your entrepreneur hat on. I need you to put your CEO hat on, right? Because you're the boss of your life. And he's going to cover some things that I probably didn't hit on so far as environment and events. So without further ado, we could drop some 777s, and then my man, Infinite Abundance, my guy, Jordan, go ahead and
Yo, thank you so much, C-John. C-John, appreciate you so much. Appreciate you so much, guys. Guys, if you got some value from C-John tonight, guys, show him some love in the chats. C-John, brother, literally just earlier today, something told me to give C-John a call. I don't know what it was. I was not thinking of calling him, but I just trusted the energy, and the energy guided me, and I was there. We were talking with C-John, and he invited me to hop on this call with him and share some value. And, that's what I'm here to do at the end of the day. Like I said before, we're not here just to talk. Like, we have some information that can really help you. So for those of you that are on this call, we already know that you are the serious ones. You guys are the future chairman. You guys are the ones that are next up. And that's why I appreciate you guys that are actually on this call. And I do want to touch on some of the topics that C. John said, but the thing is, I may say something in a way that he did not say, or he may say something in a way that I didn't say. So it's always good to get different perspectives, guys. And the number one thing when it comes down to it is whatever you want out of your life, it comes to gratitude. At the end of the day, you have to be grateful. You have to be grateful for where you are right now. And odds are, if you're not getting all the results you want, or you're not getting the progress that you want, you're just truly not feeling grateful. Because I promise you, when you feel grateful on who you are, who you're becoming, who you've been, every situation that's led you to where you are right now, that's when you can allow more into your life. That's when you can allow more into your life. And like C. John said, I'm going to explain to you guys. I want you guys to drop a 1 in the chat if you would like to know my explanation on why you should go to every single event. I'm going to tell you guys exactly why going to every single event is going to be the make or break of your success in this business. It's literally going to be the make or break. C. John already told you guys it's so important. Guys, we're not just hyping this up. This isn't hype. Okay, guys? I'm telling you from experience. This is what I learned from my mentors, guys. Are you guys ready for this? Drop a 1 in the chat if you're ready. Why should you go to every event, okay? Because odds are, if you're going to an event, your goal is to what? Hit chairman, right? Your goal is to hit chairman, okay? And what do chairmen do? They always go to the events, okay? Not only that, the reason why you want to show up to the events is because it's the energy that is there. If you've never gone to the event, you've never truly felt the energy of what it feels like. Guys, this is what Bob Proctor says. Drop a 3 in the chat if you listen to Bob Proctor, first of all. Let's drop a 3 in the chat if you listen to Bob Proctor. This is what Bob Proctor said. He said, you have a frequency. Your goal has a frequency. For you to get your frequency, you must match that frequency, okay? So how do you get on the frequency of a chairman? You surround yourself with chairmen. You surround yourself with Platinum 5000s, Platinum 2000s, Chairman 25s. People that have results that you want, they are on a different frequency, a different energy level. And when you're in a room contained, when the speaker is speaking, every single person listening is on the frequency of the speaker. Every single person in the room, given that they're paying attention. Therefore, the entire room is on that same frequency, chairman frequency. That is why you must go to the events. Okay, because if you're not at the events, you're not going to be on that frequency, guys. And what I want you to understand is if you're thinking the wrong thoughts throughout the day, you have to look not at your thoughts, but at your frequency. How are you feeling? Your thoughts can only reflect how you feel inside. That's why sometimes you'll think positive thoughts, sometimes you'll think negative thoughts. But you got to understand, whatever your goal is, you want to be thinking thoughts related to that goal. So how do you do that? You need to be on the frequency of your goals to attract those thoughts, okay? You cannot think a thought that does not match with your frequency. It's not possible, okay? How you feel determines what you think, okay? So get in the environment for success. You have to get in the environment for success. Like C. John said, when you go to these events, do not go back to the same environment before you left, okay? Surround yourself with people that are on that same frequency. When I went to my first event in Miami over a year ago, like C. John said, we were both P150. Like I was 6 months into the business and I was only P150. So those of you that are only P150 are not even, don't get discouraged, guys. Everyone, we have our own process. It takes different people, different periods of time. But the importance is that you show up to the events and you stick around for the long run. I can tell you guys this. When I was first starting in the business, there was about 20 people on the team with Ray when I started the business. And that was a year and a half ago. And out of those 20 people, literally the few that remain out of those original 20, 30, 40, whatever it was, they're all 6-figure earners. All of them. That's not guarantee you're going to get those same results, but guys, it's a pretty consistent pattern that if you stick around this business for 2 to 3 years, you're pretty much bound to wound up hitting 6 figures. Like that's just how it works. Like if you just stick around long enough, guys, you just have to take the action. You know, a lot of us, we know what we need to do. And I can tell you guys right now, if you don't know what you need to do, you need to surround yourself with the energy. You need to get on the calls every single night. It's not because I know how to do this already. I don't. Guys, I'm sitting here building a business every single day, but I make sure I'm on the call every single night. Guys, there's times where I'm doing an event and I'll put the call on, put headphones on and listen to the call so my subconscious mind can pick that up while I'm watching the event. Like, guys, you have to be willing to do those little extra details. Like C. John was saying, your subconscious mind picks up everything. When I went from P600 to chairman in 9 months, I didn't listen to music for probably over an hour for that entire 9 months. The only thing I listened to was Japanese lo-fi hip-hop. And if you guys know, that it has no lyrics, okay? So you got to be really aware of what's going into your subconscious mind. Your mind picks up everything, every single thing, okay? So be aware of who you're around and what they're doing. And be aware, is your room a mess? What type of clothes are you wearing? Jordan Belfort, I was just watching a video, guys, earlier today, personal development. Jordan Belfort was saying a part of your body language is what you wear. Do you have bracelets on? Do you have a necklace? Guys, whatever image you are portraying is how people are going to see you. People are a direct reflection of you. So whatever's going on in your head, people feel that frequency, okay? People feel that frequency. So what I want you guys to do, write this down. This is so important. If you guys are not doing this, you guys need to do this. This is something you want to write down. You must, for you to increase your results in this business, you need to become excited. You need to be enthusiastic. And how do you become enthusiastic? You need to feel that the products work. So how do you know the products work? You have to use them. Guys, you have to use the products. Shout out to Tyree, guys. He's been in the business for 2 months. He quit his job off of copying and pasting Gold Cup. Guys, the product's right there in 2 months. He quit his job. He was working a full-time job at, I think it was T-Mobile. It was a cell phone place. He was working there for 4 or 5 years, and he already made more money trading than he was making at the job in just 2 months. Guys, use the products. They work. Use the products. Become excited. You guys, success loves speed. And not only that, high energy leads to high results. High energy leads to high results. If you're feeling low inside, that's why you're not getting the high results, guys. You have to bring that energy out of you, okay? There's all kinds of things you can do to affect your energy, but the environment is the most important thing. Guys, you can do these little energy hacks. If you're in an environment that's slowing you down, what you can do, remove yourself from that environment. Literally, if I'm inside, I'll go outside. If I'm outside, I'll go inside. If I'm wearing some type of clothing, maybe I'll go take a shower and change my clothes. Like, be willing to do these little things that switches up your energy. If you see yourself slacking off, being lazy, guys, these are the things that the most successful people are able to do. They're able to put in work when they don't feel like it. That's the difference between the people that get the results and the people that don't. Do you feel like doing it or do you not? Because guess what? People that are unsuccessful, they wait till they're motivated to take action, okay? Write that down. Unsuccessful people wait for motivation to take action. Successful people take action and then get motivated after to take more action. That's the difference. I'm gonna tell you right now, guys, that is the difference. All those times I wanted to sleep in where I just woke up. All those times where I wanted to go to bed early and I said, you know what? I could make this one last phone call. Guys, I'm telling you guys, this isn't made up. I challenge you, the next time you don't feel like doing something, do it anyway. Because like I said, guys, you know what you need to do. What matches your goals? The actions that are going to take you to your goals, that's what frequency you need to be on. So if you're feeling unmotivated, this is what I challenge you guys to do. If you are feeling unmotivated, instead of sitting to yourself and not talking to anyone, I challenge you to call someone who's going to motivate you or to put on some personal development. Guys, personal development literally changed my life. When I first started this business, some of you guys may not know this. When I first started this business, I was very much in my shell, okay? I did not like to talk to people. I liked to stay inside my room. I literally did not leave my house for 6 months straight other than to go to a job that I worked at, which was a block away. That's the only time I left my house for 6 months straight. I had no one that I was in contact with. I was afraid to call Ray. I was afraid to call Gustavo. I was just shy and to myself, guys. But what I can tell you, what I've learned along this period of time, how to get motivated, if that's you right now, this is how you get motivated. Put on some personal development, meditate, call your upline, call someone who's going to inspire you. Don't just keep it to yourself and say, oh, no one loves me, no one's looking out for me, no one cares. Guys, you have to be the one to reach out to them, okay? Because here's the thing, all energy attracts like energy. If you were feeling and thinking those thoughts, that's what you're going to attract, okay? All the time this happens, guys. I'll be in one of those moods where I'm just sitting there like, I'll sit there, guys, 20, 30 minutes, and I'm just like, what am I doing? Like, what's going on? And I'll be overthinking the situation, and then no one calls me, and then maybe it'll be 2 hours with no calls. But I also notice this. When I start making phone calls, that's when people call me. How is that? I'll be doing 3 calls, and then I'll get 3 calls in the midst of the call. Like, it's because I was doing calls, therefore I attracted calls, okay? Whatever you do, you're attracting more of that. So you have to be willing to step into the unknown. This is what most people are afraid of. When it comes to energy and your subconscious mind, basically what's happening is if there's something that makes you uncomfortable, it's more than likely you're programming to resist that and to shy away from it. That's just naturally human instinct. It's fight or flight. So if you feel uncomfortable doing something, there's something that's pulling you away from it. But guess what? You can switch that programming. Whenever you see fear, you have to run right through it. You have to. Guys, for those of you that have experienced going through their fears, you realize that the best things in life are on the other side of fear. Like, that's literally the most thrilling things in life, most fun and exhilarating things. It's when you go right through your fears. You realize the only thing that makes a fear exist is your own mind. So if your mind can make it exist, your mind can make it disappear. Okay? Get comfortable being uncomfortable. I challenge you every single day, do one thing that makes you uncomfortable. Do one thing that makes you uncomfortable every single day. Guys, if you don't leave your comfort zone, you will never grow. I can promise you that. If you do not leave your comfort zone, you will never grow. You have to do things that make you uncomfortable. You have to do things that make you uncomfortable. The way for you to increase your belief is for you to do it. I know this may sound very simple, but guys, some people overthink this and some people overlook this. Guys, the solution is as easy as you make it. Okay? Your problems and your solutions, just know that you are all of your problems and you are also all of your solutions. There's no one else. Once you stop pointing the finger and blaming other people and realize that you're the one, you're only in charge of you, guys. You're not in charge of anyone else. No one else is in charge of you. Don't blame someone else for your lack of work ethic. Don't blame someone else for putting you in an environment. Guys, life happens to everyone, but what's the difference? How each one of us react to the certain situations. It's on you, guys. At the end of the day, I challenge you to write this down and take action. This is one of the things you really want to implement is stop blaming others, give others the praise, and take all the blame. Whether you did all of the work or none of the work, give the credit to someone else and take the blame. Because guess what? When you thank other people, that's when you start you start attracting more to be thankful for. So you start giving the credit out to someone else. Now people they're going to subconsciously give you credit back. If you want something, don't say you need it. You have to give it out. You have to give it out. How do you expect to get more followers and more likes if you're not following people, if you're not liking and commenting on people's posts? How are you going to meet new friends if you're not out there looking for new friends? People aren't just going to magically come to you. But whatever you give out is going to come right back to you, guys. Whatever you give out is coming right back to you. Anything you want is yours. You just have to choose that you want it. For those of you in the chat that have read Outwitting the Devil, can you drop a 2 in the chat? How many of you guys in here have read Outwitting the Devil? This is a book that you guys should really read, because what stops people from hitting their goals, just the typical average person, what stops them from reaching their goals is their minds constantly drift. Our minds naturally drift, especially here in the United States, guys. There's so many distractions. There's so many bad foods, TV programs, music, entertainment, shiny lights, all these different distractions, okay? Drugs, alcohol, distractions. Outwitting the Devil says the people that get what they want are the ones that narrow their focus on what they want. Guys, whatever you believe becomes true, okay? You have to believe it for a long enough period of time. You can't just feel it one time and then expect it to magically happen. What frequency are you maintaining? What is your default frequency? What is your default state of mind? What vibration are you vibrating at? Like, what do you feel most of the time during the day? Okay, so be aware of what makes you feel certain ways. Be aware of what situations make you feel good, what situations make you feel bad. Guys, this is something that C. John said. I want you to understand this. A lot of us, me personally, guys, growing up, I was the one that was afraid to speak up my mind. I would let people manipulate me. I would let them take control of different things where I didn't necessarily want to be in the situation, right? So be aware, if you're in a room of people, if you're not feeling good, if you don't feel like you can be yourself around that group of people, guys, you need to remove yourself from that group of people, because those probably aren't the best people for you. If those people are making jokes, especially you guys in here, guys, especially those that played sports, you guys play the locker room talk where you like crack jokes at each other, make fun of each other, and it's just a joke. We're just boys, guys. Those things, whether you're joking or not, it gets into your subconscious mind, and it affects your belief level in yourself and in everyone else. So yeah, it's all cool and fun and games, the football players to trash each other. But guess what? If they would encourage each other instead of tear each other down, just imagine what more they could do. When everyone believes in each other, guys, it's a special type of energy. When you have no doubt in yourself or no doubt in the people around you. Guys, this is not a joke. I'm not just saying this. This is real. Like, this is real. Whatever you believe becomes true. So like I was saying, outwitting the devil, drifting. Okay, the reason why you don't necessarily get what you want is because you're not focused. When I mean focus, I mean pretty much everything throughout the day. If you see yourself going off course, you have to be able to redirect it back to your goal. Okay, it's kind of like what Jordan Belfort talks about, this straight line system with closing a sale, but more so think about it in terms of, I'm right here on the line, right? My goal is right here. You can go in a straight line, or you can go back, up, back. But if you're going straight, that's how you're going to get there. So you have to know what you want and really, truly decide. Don't just write down a goal once and then never look at it again. I'm telling you guys, your goal has to be the most dominant thought on your mind. Your goal has to be the most dominant thought. And part of your goal being your most dominant thought is the energy and environment you set, like C-John said. Like C-John said, guys, he already told you, get in the environment for success. It's probably one of the most important things, okay? And understand this, guys. You don't have to explain yourself to someone else. If you feel like you should remove yourself from a room, you guys have to do it, because your subconscious mind picks up everything. If you're around the people that are not supporting you, supporting your goals, you are hindering your success and your progression. You have to remove yourself. Guys, at the end of the day, if you're in a situation where you can't remove yourself, just show them love and gratitude. Show them love and gratitude. Guys, so one last note, I just want to point this out one last time just to make sure you guys did not miss it, okay? Use the products. Be excited, okay, you guys? Excitement. The one thing I noticed about Alex Morton, about Matt Rosa, about Jason Brown, you will never catch them not enthusiastic and not grateful. Like, they're always grateful. They're always high energy. They're enthusiastic. Guys, success leaves clues. I'm not telling you this for me. I'm telling you, this is people that make $500,000 a month, $1 million a month plus. These guys have the results. I'm going to listen to them. When you're looking for results from something, don't just ask your friend, your family, the person close to you. Go right to the expert. Go right to the expert. That's how fast you can get the results you want. Is you got to find out the right information. Okay, you have to find out the right information. You got to get right to the point. But be grateful. Be grateful. Use the products, guys. The products work. Tyree quit his job after 2 months. C-John has a guy on his team that hits 7 figures off of the Harmonic scanner. Like, guys, just use the products. I promise you, use them. Use them. Be excited. Be excited. Go to the events. Never miss an event. If you have to get a loan to make it to the event, guys, it will be worth it to get to the event. I cannot stress this enough. It will cost you way more to miss the event than it will to go to the event, no matter what situation you're in financially. We have full teams from third world countries that make it to the event. Like, they have no idea how they made it, but they just made the decision that they're going to make it, and they did it. Like, don't tell yourself, oh, I don't have the money. That won't be realistic. Guys, London's in like 3 months. Anything can happen in 3 months. That's 90 days. That's 90 days, guys. They make credit cards. They have loans. Like, you have friends. Like, there's literally ticket giveaways. There's always a way, guys. But here's the thing. You have to focus on the solution and not the problem. You must focus on the solution, not the problem. That's the one big difference I also noticed about some of these top leaders, top income earners in the world. They focus on solutions. Problems don't exist in their head for more than a few seconds because they're instantly thinking of the solution. Because what good does it do to just worry about the problem over and over and over? You have to focus on the solutions. Focus on the solutions, guys. Do something today and tomorrow that makes you uncomfortable. I challenge you, as soon as you get off this call, do something that makes you uncomfortable. As soon as you get off the call, don't wait, guys. Hesitation causes inaction. Like C-John said, if you don't show up to the event, odds are you're not going to be here. You know why? Because you never felt the frequency of what it takes to get the goal you want, guys. If you truly want this business to work out for you, you have to be clear on what it is you want from the business and why you want it. You have to be clear on what you want. Outwitting the Devil is a good book. Some other books, guys, if you want some more book recommendations, these are some of the best books that I've read, especially when it comes to progression with your personal development, with your setting goals. Like the book Goals by Brian Tracy. Goals by Brian Tracy. The Compound Effect. Guys, The Compound Effect. I promise you, you need to read that book. The Compound Effect. We all try to think that our success, our goals, the results we want are way off into the distance. Guys, but guess what? It's right there in front of you. It's doing something consistently every single day. Consistently. One day at a time. Do something you can repeat over and over and over. Over and over and over. Outwitting the Devil was the other one. It's directing your focus to your goals. Directing your focus to your goals. It has to become your dominant thought, okay? Do whatever it takes, guys. Do whatever it takes. This is the business that's going to get you to where you want to be in life. Opportunities don't just come like this every day. That's why I tell you guys I'm so grateful to be in this business and doing this, because I haven't had a job in almost a year. I've only been in the business for a little bit over a year and a half, guys, and I haven't had a job in over a year. I've been traveling around. Like, I'm so grateful that I don't know how this is even possible. If you would have asked me 2 years ago what I'd be doing in 2 years, guys, I could definitely not tell you it was this. So, guys, be grateful and understand what you have right in front of you. And if you don't understand something, please, please, please reach out, guys. Reach out. There's someone there to help you. Don't give up if one person doesn't respond. Guys, if you really want the results you want, you cannot make excuses. Like I said, there's no like, oh, my upline didn't help me. Oh, well, I couldn't get my login right. Oh, like, guys, there are literally no excuses, okay? No excuses at all. You are the one that's in control. Like I said, give out the credit, take the blame. If it was you, your job was to hit Chairman 10, and you're going to blame someone else because they didn't do that call or they didn't run that event. Guys, you're the only one in control of you, okay? Once you realize that, that's when you'll be successful. When you start taking control and taking responsibility, you have to take responsibility for your own actions. Don't tell your team to do something that you're not doing, okay? You must lead by example. If you feel like your upline is not doing enough, do more than him. Do more than him. Do more than her. Don't be the one that uses that as an excuse, because remember, like I said, guys, your goal is right there. Are you going to stay focused or not? Are you going to stay focused? You can either make it happen or you can make an excuse. It's one of the two. Make it happen or make an excuse. So, guys, with that being said, make sure you get your flights to London. Make sure you are one of those 100 people that get that free flight to London. Guys, one more time, I want to give a huge shout out to C-John. I appreciate you, C-John, so much for helping me throughout this journey. Guys, C-John was always there for me. We weren't even on each other's teams, and he was always one of those people that would stay in touch with me. He would always call me. All through this last year, like, I've been able to build a relationship with C-John. I just appreciate you, C-John, for putting me on this call to speak with everyone. Thank you guys, everyone that's in the chat. You guys can reach out to me via DM on Instagram. My Instagram is right here. If you guys have anything you need, make sure you get the information that you need so that you can get the results that you came for. Make sure you get the information you need so you can get the results you came for. Rank up, buy a flight, guys. Guys, I'm telling you, these events, every time I see people go to the event, they rank up in the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, like that. Some people rank up twice. Why? It's because of the energy. It's because of the energy. Caesar, you can go ahead and stop this recording. We're just letting everyone off this call.